flee to highland or a rooftop of buildings nearby as quickly as possible. These are some more details that we're picking up. Waves more than 1 meter high hit the coast of Wajima city in Ishikawa prefecture, according to some of the details that we're picking up. And also, South Korea's Met Agency saying that sea levels may rise on parts of the east coast after the 7.6 magnitude earthquake in Japan, adding that all residents would have to evacuate immediately to higher ground. These are some details that were broadcast by Japan's NHK earlier this morning when the quake was first reported. A spokesperson for some of the nuclear power plants saying that there were currently no abnormalities at some of the plants, but the company was also monitoring the situation very closely, and that all high-speed trains stopped in one of the cities there after the powerful earthquakes hit western Japan. Now, these are some of the reports that we're picking up from Japan, hoping to get more details in a short while from now. Let's show you some of the pictures that have been coming in earlier today from different parts of Japan. These are some more details that we have of the earthquake. One of the biggest takeaways from the earthquake that hit Japan about 1 decade ago was the impact that the nuclear power plants and the damage that some of them had to face, which took years and years to rectify and to deal with. And after today's earthquake, once again, tsunami warnings have been triggered, and the Prime Minister in Japan has ordered an emergency disaster response. This is after the 7.4 magnitude earthquake hit western Japan, triggering immediate tsunami warnings. And at least two to three cities or prefectures are getting most of the warnings earlier this morning. The Japan Met Agency put the quake at 7.4, prompting immediate tsunami warnings in Ishikawa. Let me go across to Nupur Tiwari. Nupur Tiwari has been living in Japan for many years now, and she's joining us from Tokyo this evening here on Republic TV. Nupur, thank you for speaking to Republic. What is the situation there? How is the government looking at this earthquake and the different warnings that have been issued? What can you tell us of the situation on the ground?
Yeah, hello, good evening. This is the situation is here quite, I would say that the way it started, it's quite stable now. Definitely, you know, the January 1st, I hope you can see me a bit of dark. I'm walking on the road, and this is the New Year season. New Year is very much everybody stays at home. So very less light, less car, less people on the road. And the same thing, Ishikawa prefecture also, you know, experiencing that the 1st January, most of the people, they were at the home, and situation, the moment the earthquake happened, most of the people were there home and they were celebrating their New Year. New Year starts from 31st and it goes on until January 3rd. So situation here, definitely it's a shock, it's a disappointment that the New Year started like that. But right now the situation is quite in control because the local government is doing wonderful work with the evacuation, especially the elderly people. The local volunteers, local government, dedicated disaster management team, they are taking care of all the people there. The Shinkansen bullet train, they stopped, the people stuck, not so many. Again, the good thing is that so many people are not traveling because of the New Year. They travel until 29th, 30th, 31st, until 3rd. Mostly they stay at home. New Year is, again, the celebrated Japan celebrates New Year very traditional way. They stay at home, they go to shrine, they pray, they eat their traditional food. It's a reunion time, it's a kind of Indian Diwali time here. That is the reason you can say that people are more disappointed. The time they wanted to have in their hometown, they're back to their hometown. They want to have gala time. They want to go to shrine. They want to pray. They start their New Year with the prayers at shrine. Those things are very much disturbed, and why it started, why this year 2024 starting with that. But anyways, the Indian embassy also given the number, the emergency number, and the government in Tokyo, government of all those prefecture, they are doing wonderful work with the evacuation. When it comes to earthquake, Japan is already ready with all the tools, with all the dedicated disaster management team and local volunteers, local government, evacuation team, the tsunami, the Ishikawa, Fukui, Fukuoka, Toyama, all those areas with the western coast, they're affected. But the Ishikawa, which is the epicenter of the 7.6 magnitude, this earthquake, that is the 5-meter tsunami expecting. But before that, immediately the government is taking all the evacuation measure and taking everyone away from the tsunami area, where the tsunami can happen. And many people are stuck at the station because they were traveling. Again, as I said, that not so many people, because it's a New Year, the New Year time, and people are mostly at home. They already travel. Maybe most of the people are tourists who are traveling. But Japan was not ready for it. Japan was not ready to spend their New Year, especially this Osogatsu. Osogatsu is New Year in Japan. The Osogatsu like this is a bit of negative energy. But after living here, after being here 20 years, I can say Japan is ready to deal with all the situation like this. Any earthquake, any tsunami, they just, with all the positive energy, with all samurai spirit, they're ready to fight with that. So what happened that you cannot change, that you cannot stop, but how you tackle it, how you manage it, that is the way they do it, the Japanese. That is a lot we can learn from that. And with that same spirit, the local government, the government in Tokyo, they're working on that. And I'm sure that the nature, when tsunami, we cannot stop, but we can save lives, which tsunami could have taken by the evacuation, by the right measure, taking the right steps, and doing the right thing. So as you can see that here also, behind me, the road is kind of empty. People are mostly at home, celebrating with their New Year with their loved ones. Very few cars, very few people are on the road. The supermarket mostly they are closed. Only the convenience store they are open. Supermarket closed until 2nd, 3rd. This is the convenience store. You can see few restaurants are open because this is the family time for Japanese, and during this time, this kind of disaster, this kind of unfortunate thing, actually nobody expects, nobody wants. Japan also doesn't want, especially the people in Ishikawa, where it happened, where the the epicenter is. In Tokyo, we personally, when it happened, it was we face earthquake almost every day, I would say. So we are kind of used to with it. So when it started, I thought maybe that's the same kind of earthquake. Maybe it is 5, 6, or close to 7. But it took really long, to stop. So that time I realized, though, it is not the normal one. It's definitely going to, evacuation or the tsunami alert going to have. So yes, the tsunami alert. Otherwise, Japan, without tsunami, Japan is pretty ready to manage earthquake wherever it is. Doesn't matter. And a few houses, all those areas, few houses are a little bit fire. Few houses are old houses are broken. Definitely,
Okay.
They are.
Nupur.
Those areas are quite western. Coast. And,
Nupur, I'm just interrupting you there for just a second, because we're getting in some breaking news now. I think I've lost the line there with Nupur Tiwari joining us live from Japan. Thank you, Nupur, for joining us live with all those inputs. She's taking us through the situation there and how people are responding to reports of the tsunami warning as well. Getting in some more breaking news now. Let's go across straight to get you the details. ahead of the Ram Mandir inauguration, Asaduddin Owaisi of the AIMIM making a provocative comment, getting details of Owaisi's speech, attempting to incite ahead of the Ram Mandir inauguration. Owaisi asking the Muslim community to maintain strength. Owaisi saying that they need to keep the mosques prosperous and that they must ensure mosques are not taken away. Asking for the community to look at the bigger picture, saying that the Muslim community has lost masjid and that they are seeing what is being done here. Some provocative comments being made. Let's listen in.
ओ नौजवानों, ये जो ताकतें हैं ना तुम्हारे दिल से जब इत्तेहाद को निकालना चाहते हैं, क्यों निकालना चाहते हैं? मिली गीरत को खत्म कर दिया जाए, मिली हमियत को खत्म कर दिया जाए। बरसों की मेहनतों के बाद आज हमारा एक मुकाम हमने पैदा किया, तो ये आपको इन चीजों पर गौर करना, अपनी मिली हमियत को, मिली अपनी ताकत को बरकरार रखिए। नौजवानों, मस्जिदों को आबाद रखो। कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि मस्जिदें हमसे छीन ली जाए। मेरे अजीज दोस्तों, याद रखो नौजवानों, ये जो ताकतें हैं ना तुम्हारे दिल से जब इत्तेहाद को निकालना चाहते हैं, क्यों निकालना चाहते हैं? मिली गीरत को खत्म कर दिया जाए, मिली हमियत को खत्म कर दिया जाए। बरसों की मेहनतों के बाद आज हमारा एक मुकाम हमने पैदा किया, तो ये आपको इन चीजों पर गौर करना, अपनी मिली हमियत को, मिली अपनी ताकत को बरकरार रखिए। नौजवानों, मस्जिदों को आबाद रखो। कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि मस्जिदें हमसे छीन ली जाए।
Aniri, it's an issue settled by courts. Why is Owaisi trying to provoke the community, asking for them to keep the masjid in mind, etc.?
Well, Niranjan, what we are seeing that just ahead of the Ayodhya Ram Temple inauguration, now we are seeing AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi coming out in public and asking people, asking Muslims to stay and maintain strength among themselves and make sure they protect their mosques is what he is saying. Well, he also mentioned that we have already lost one of our masjids and now we cannot afford to lose anymore, and so we need to keep our mosques prosperous is what Asaduddin Owaisi has been appealing, and this comes just ahead of the Ayodhya Ram Temple inauguration, just few days ahead. Now we see that Asaduddin Owaisi makes an appeal to the people to ensure that mosques are prosperous and also asks Muslims to maintain strength among themselves and fight unitedly is what Asaduddin Owaisi is giving and making an appeal to the people, and a very important statement coming in at this point in time, because at this point in time we are seeing how there is a massive politics being taking place over the Ayodhya Ram Temple, and now Asaduddin Owaisi also mentions about losing the Babri Masjid, and he also says that we have lost one mosque and we cannot afford to lose anymore, and that is the reason why we need to maintain strength among ourselves and keep our mosques prosperous.
Thank you for joining us with those inputs, Aneri. Thank you, Aneri, for joining us with those details. Taking a short break here on the news right now. On This Is Exclusive, coming back with details of the seat-sharing talks. There's an all-out war within the INDI alliance as the seat-sharing talks begin. Congress playing hardball, asking for over 300 seats in the INDI alliance. And Yogi Adityanath heading out at the anti-Mandir lobby, saying those who are against are forced to chant Lord Ram's name. This is after cracks emerge in the opposition on the stand taken on Ayodhya.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, released recently, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School, Bengaluru.
आपने सोमानी का नया रोल देखा? वही स्टाइल और रेंज सोमानी बाथवेयर में भी। सोमानी बाथवेयर।
जहां यादगार होता है हर एक किस्सा। इको रिट्रीट ओडिशा।
मलाबार प्रेजेंट्स माइंड डायमंड फेस्टिवल।
दिल की वो बातें जो हम बोल नहीं पाते,
डायमंड बोलता है। दिल के सारे राज खोलता है जब ये डायमंड बोलता है।
दिल की ऐसी बातों को डायमंड से बुलवाओ।
मलाबार आओ और अब पाइए डायमंड वैल्यू पे अप टू 25% ऑफ ड्यूरिंग माइंड डायमंड फेस्टिवल।
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
मोदी सरकार की गारंटी, हर गरीब का मुफ्त इलाज। 55 करोड़ लोगों को दी हर साल 5 लाख रुपए तक के मुफ्त इलाज की निश्चिंतता। हमारा संकल्प विकसित भारत।
गाड़ी लेने से पहले टाटा एस गोल्ड पेट्रोल CX का दिल, यानी इसका इंजन देखो। ये इतना बढ़िया है कि 18 किलोमीटर प्रति लीटर तक का माइलेज तो हंसते हंसते दे जाएगा। अब तेल के दाम तो बराबर ही है, पर इस गाड़ी की कीमत है कम, इसलिए अब हर ट्रिप में खर्चा है कम और मुनाफा ज्यादा। तो अब सोचो समझो और टाटा एस गोल्ड पेट्रोल CX लो।
फिल्म अनुकूल नीति, सिंगल विंडो सिस्टम, ऑनलाइन शूटिंग की अनुमति और सब्सिडी की सुविधा ने उत्तर प्रदेश को बनाया है देश का मोस्ट फिल्म फ्रेंडली स्टेट। 80 फिल्मों को सब्सिडी के तौर पर दिए गए हैं 44 करोड़ रुपए। विभिन्न स्थानों पर 450 से अधिक फिल्मों की हुई है शूटिंग। स्थानीय कलाकारों को मिला है अपना हुनर दिखाने का अवसर। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी मानते हैं कि सकारात्मक फिल्में समाज को जागरूक बनाने का आधार हैं। इसी के अनुरूप माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी की पहल पर विश्व स्तरीय सुविधाओं से लैस इंटरनेशनल फिल्म सिटी की स्थापना की जा रही है। फिल्म स्टूडियो, होटल्स, मॉल्स, थीम पार्क, मिक्सिंग और रिकॉर्डिंग स्टूडियो जैसी सुविधाएं फिल्म उद्योग के माध्यम से आकर्षित करेंगी पूंजी निवेश। मोस्ट फिल्म फ्रेंडली स्टेट, नए भारत का नया उत्तर प्रदेश।
Brace yourselves for a revolutionary leap into the world of news with the Republic World app. This is not just an app, viewers. It's a direct conduit to a world of news delivered with unparalleled authority and integrity right at your fingertips. Republic World app is your gateway to the latest updates, live streams, and the debates that have become the hallmark of our journalistic prowess. Download Republic World app, available on Google Play Store and Apple App Store.
I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest, and we have multiple updates coming in this Monday. We'll take you through all of them, especially when it comes to the upcoming elections and the Ram Mandir inauguration and the politics around it. But first, let's have a look at the headlines we're tracking right now. India celebrates Ram Mandir, but politics continues to rage on. INDI repeats boycott call. Also, within Owaisi tries to incite ahead of inauguration, asks Muslims to maintain strength. Congress divided over boycott call. Himachal unit breaks ranks. Karnataka minister condemns politics. Yogi hits out at the anti-Mandir lobby, says those against are now forced to chant Lord Ram's name. Sources suggest consensus on seat sharing reached. Congress seeks to contest 250 to 300 seats. 7.6 magnitude earthquake hits western Japan. Tsunami warning issued in coastal areas now. All right, viewers, let's go to our top story as we're live in breaking. Now, what we see right now is AIMIM Chief Assaduddin Owaisi has now appealed to Muslims to maintain strength and further added that we must ensure that our mosques are not taken away. That is right. Big update coming on Republic TV, where we are seeing that Owaisi once again saying and making these statements that Muslims must maintain their strength and keep the mosques prosperous. Let's go ahead, viewers, and play out that exact statement.
नौजवानों, तुमसे मैं कह रहा हूं, हमारी मस्जिद हमने खो दी और वहां पर क्या किया जा रहा है आप देख रहे हैं। नौजवानों, क्या तुम्हारे दिलों में, हमारे दिलों में तकलीफ नहीं होती कि जिस जगह पर हमने 500 साल हय्या अल सलाह और हय्या अल फलाह की सदाएं दी, जहां पर हमने बैठकर कुरान करीम का जिक्र किया, जहां पर हमने बैठकर सलातो सलाम के नजराने पेश किए, आज वो जगह हमारे हाथ में नहीं है। नौजवानों, क्या तुमको नहीं दिख रहा कि अभी ऐसे 3-4 मसाजिद हैं जिसमें दिल्ली की सुनेरी वाली मस्जिद भी है? मेरे अजीज दोस्तों, याद रखो नौजवानों, ये जो ताकतें हैं ना, तुम्हारे दिल से जब इत्तेहाद को निकालना चाहते हैं, क्यों निकालना चाहते हैं? मिली गीरत को खत्म कर दिया जाए, मिली हमियत को खत्म कर दिया जाए। बरसों की मेहनतों के बाद आज हमारा एक मुकाम हमने पैदा किया, तो ये आपको इन चीजों पर गौर करना है। अपनी मिली हमियत को, मिली अपनी ताकत को बरकरार रखिए। नौजवानों, मस्जिदों को आबाद रखो। कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि मस्जिदें हमसे छीन ली जाए।
And let's go straight to Aneri, is joining us live right now. Aneri, I'm coming to you, and we have seen such comments coming in from Owaisi time and again. On Mathura Mosque survey, he said, Owaisi says, robbing Muslims of dignity is the only goal. He also raised concerns over what's happening in the Gyanvapi case. This time, once more, he is making a very polarizing statement. Aneri, take us through the details of the controversy which has erupted.
Well, Shivangi, what we are seeing right now is that just ahead of the Ram Mandir inauguration, where we are seeing that AIMIM Chief Assaduddin Owaisi has now addressed the gathering, and he has said that we have to keep our mosques prosperous, and also there is an attempt that people are trying to break down and take away our mosque. Already one of our mosques is taken away, but we have to be strong. We need to maintain our strength and unity, and that is the time we can fight back against the people who are trying to attack us, and also ensure that our mosques are prosperous. Well, this comes just ahead of the Ram Mandir inauguration, a major statement coming in from AIMIM Chief Assaduddin Owaisi, appealing people and asking them to make sure, or asking all the Muslims to maintain the strength, unity, and also ensure that the mosques are not taken away. Well, we have few more mosques, including one in Delhi and few other mosques.
Aneri, hold on for a second. Hold on for a second, Aneri. Let's go to RP Singh of the BJP, who's joining us right now on the phone line. Let's go to our guest online, RP Singh of the BJP. And I just want to ask you one question, which I know we are also asking here on Republic TV, that why does he make such statements which are polarizing? And such a statement saying that we must ensure that our mosques are not taken away, especially when we see that some of these issues, when it comes to Gyanvapi, when we talk about the other issues of Krishna Janmabhoomi and other issues which are basically, under a court proceeding right now. Why do you think he makes such statements at these point of times?
Well, it's to do fear-mongering among the Muslims and especially the youth because of the vote bank politics, because they know they've lost ground. Even today, Muslims are mainstreaming themselves, and know what is right or wrong. So all what is happening as per the court orders, under the preview of the court, whether it is Mandir in Ayodhya, whether it is Mathura, or whether it is Gyanvapi. So they can't fight it legally. So there's a new way they have made to create a fight between the society and then try to create a ripple in the society. But it's not going to work at large in society because people know what is right or wrong, and they are not going to get swayed by what Mr. Owaisi is trying to propagate, that all masjids are under threat. No masjid is under threat, and everyone has right to practice as per their norms of as per the rituals they are allowed to practice. And so masjids, so will be gurdwaras, and so will be church, and so will be temples which will stay in the country for practicing one religion.
All right, thank you so much, R.P. Singh, a BJP spokesperson, for joining us here as we keep getting you more updates. We are seeing that a statement is coming in. AIMIM Chief Aswaddin Owaisi has now appealed to Muslims to maintain strength and further added that we must ensure that our mosques are not taken away. So this is coming in ahead of the Ram Mandir inauguration. Let's go straight to Aneri, my colleague, who joins us back. Aneri, I'm coming to you right now. And as we have been seeing time and again that these kind of statements are being made time and again on as various issues are ongoing. This statement coming in from Aswaddin Owaisi before the Ram Mandir inauguration. Just take our viewers through exactly, has any clarification has been made on this issue? Has anyone commented on it from the AIMIM? Or what kind of political reactions can we expect next after one more attempt of Owaisi to incite and polarize?
Well, definitely, Shivangi, we will have to wait and watch what sort of reactions come in from the opposition parties, including the BJP, because we are seeing that how the UP government and the central government is scaling up for the Ayodhya Ram Mandir inauguration, which is all set to take place on the 22nd of January. But just before that, we see AIMIM Chief Aswaddin Owaisi's statement coming in, asking Muslims to maintain peace and strength. Well, also at the same time, he is appealing to the people that we should keep our mosques prosperous, and we should make sure that it is not attacked. Well, he also mentioned about one of the mosques being taken away, which he is hinting at the Babri Masjid. And now we also remember, that he also mentions about various other mosques, including one which is there in the national capital, and also the Gyanvapi case which is going on in the courts. And now we see that Aswaddin Owaisi is appealing to the people to maintain strength, and there is an attempt to attack, is what Aswaddin Owaisi has been saying, and this comes just ahead of the Ram Mandir inauguration. So we'll have to wait and watch what sort of reactions come in from the BJP and other political parties, because we have been seeing how there has been a massive politics over the inauguration of Ram Mandir.
All right, thank you so much, Aneri, for getting us those details coming in. So what we see right now is that AIMIM Chief Aswaddin Owaisi has appealed to Muslims to maintain strength and further added that we must ensure that our mosques are not taken away. Not the first time that Owaisi has made such a controversial statement. Let's move ahead, viewers, to other stories that we are tracking right now. Jharkhand Mukti Morcha MLA Sarfaraz Ahmed resigned from the membership of the Jharkhand Legislative Assembly. The MLA has cited personal reasons for his resignation. His resignation was accepted by the chairman of the Jharkhand Legislative Assembly, after which the constituency fell vacant.
ये इस्तीफा उन्होंने दिया है और अभी तक कोई स्पष्ट रूप से जानकारी नहीं दी गई है कि इस्तीफा उन्होंने क्यों दिया है, और अभी कोई गठबंधन में भी इस तरह की बातचीत नहीं हुई है, तो सुओ मोटो कुछ कहना मुनासिब नहीं होगा। हम समझते हैं कि बहुत सारी चीजें झारखंड में चल रही है, आप सब जानते हैं।
Speaking on the seat sharing formula, NCP MP Supriya Sule said that discussions have been happening among the parties in the INDI bloc. Supriya Sule said a meeting that took place between Sonia Gandhi, Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar in Delhi 15 days ago. And the final decision is yet to be taken on that meeting.
महाविकास आघाड़ी की 8-10 दिन में पूरा पिक्चर क्लियर हो जाएगा। जनवरी के मोटा 15-16 तक आपको पूरा हम लोग बता सकेंगे कि कौन कहां से लड़ रहा है। कैंडिडेट्स भी हमारे तब तक भी ऑलमोस्ट फाइनल हो जाएंगे, तो जनवरी में हमारा पूरा ये क्लियर हो जाएगा।
A significant move prioritizing the safety of school children. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has taken a crucial initiative. As part of this effort, CCTV cameras will be installed in vans responsible for transporting children to school. Principal Secretary has also issued a notification mandating all van owners to install CCTV systems within the next 3 months. Ahead of the Bhima Koregaon battle anniversary, Pune Commissioner of Police Ritesh Kumar assured the public of detailed security preparations. With 5,000 officers, personnel and home guards deployed, extensive arrangements have now been in progress for the past 15 days. He further said that the district administration and police are working collaboratively together to ensure a peaceful event. Rajasthan CM Bhajan Lal Sharma has inspected shelter homes at the beginning of the new year. He also distributed warm clothes to homeless people. India on Monday recorded a slight dip in the single-day rise in JN1 cases. Country reported 636 fresh cases compared to 841 in the previous day. The country reported 3 more deaths due to the virus. Active caseload stands above 4,300 mark. And viewers, the first major action of Jammu and Kashmir police against the POK-based terrorists in 2024. 36 terrorists from Kishtwar in POK declared proclaimed offender by NIA court. The Kishtwar police would now be attaching properties of terrorists in just 30 days. Here is a full report.
In first major action on the terrorists sitting in the Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the Kishtwar police has got 36 terrorists from the Kishtwar district who are operating from the POJK declared as proclaimed offender. The National Investigation Agency court in the Doda district has issued the directions under the CRPC 82. After the initiation of the process, now within 30 days, the next process will be initiated. That is the attachment of the properties of these 36 terrorists who are originally from the Kishtwar district but have exfiltrated to the Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, from where they are working on the behest of the Pakistani terror commanders who have been giving them directions not only to radicalize the youth but also to incite violence by hatching the conspiracy using their sleeper cells in the region. And now the Kishtwar police, after first getting the 13 terrorists declared as the proclaimed offender, have now got them 23 others as the proclaimed offenders. In next 1 month, the process will be initiated and their properties will be attached. Important to mention that this was in the 2 FIRs. One was registered at the Chatru police station, filed FIR number 90, while the other one was in the Kishtwar police station, filed FIR number 272 of the 2022, registered under the various sections of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. And now the action has followed by declaring them as proclaimed offender, after which the Kishtwar police will now seize their properties. And this has been started by the Jammu and Kashmir police last year. More than 150 terrorists from the Doda, Kishtwar and Ramban region are active across the border, against which the process of the law has been initiated, and in days to come their properties will be attached by the Jammu and Kashmir police. This is to curb the finances that they use against the Union of India using their properties in Jammu and Kashmir.
But we're coming up here. Sources suggest consensus on seat sharing reached. Congress seeks to contest 250 to 300 seats. 7.6 magnitude earthquake hits Western Japan. Tsunami warning issued in coastal areas now.
भाई इतनी बड़ी टाइल,
इतनी बड़ी बड़ी हिट्स आप लोगों ने मुझे दी हैं। टाइल्स तो बड़े होने चाहिए। सुमानी मैक्स टाइल्स, टाइलों का सबसे बड़ा भाई। सुमानी मैक्स टाइल्स, जमीन से जुड़े।
मोदी सरकार की गारंटी, किसानों को हर साल रुपए 6,000। 11 करोड़ 80 लाख किसानों को अब तक 2,60,000 करोड़ रुपए की सहायता। हमारा संकल्प विकसित भारत।
Surprise. Keep it wild. The new Sonnet.
Kia, movement that inspires.
केंट से पानी होता है 100% प्योर।
केंट आरओ प्योरिटी दिखाता भी है।
केंट देता है सबसे शुद्ध पानी।
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation. So I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne. So now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
हमारे देश को आजाद हुए 76 साल हो गए, लेकिन कई चीजों में हमको अभी आजादी नहीं मिली। जैसे कि सरकारी दफ्तरों में दुश्वारियां, परेशानियां, बदइंतजामियां। हमारे शहीदों को इस बात की कतई चिंता नहीं थी कि देश को आजादी मिलेगी या ना, लेकिन उनको एक बात की चिंता थी कि आजादी के बाद देश कौन से हाथों में जाएगा, देश के हालात क्या होंगे। हमने आजादी की जंग इसलिए लड़ी थी ताकि हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ियों की जिंदगी आसान हो सके, ना कि इसलिए कि वो जगह जगह पर सरकारी दफ्तरों में धक्के खाएं, परेशानियों का सामना करना पड़े। अगर जंग सबने इकट्ठे होकर लड़ी थी आजादी की, तो फिर सुख सहूलतें भी सबको इकट्ठी मिलनी चाहिए। हम तो शहीदों के पांव की मिट्टी के एक धूल के तिनके के बराबर भी नहीं है, लेकिन ये बसंती रंग की पग शहीदों के सपनों और इरादों की हमें याद दिलाती रहती है कि हमारे देश में आम लोगों के सिर्फ दिन रात नहीं, हालात बदलने चाहिए। चुनाव के समय हम लोगों के पास जा सकते हैं, तो चुनाव के बाद सरकार बनती है, तो सरकार बनने के बाद भी सरकारों को जनता के पास जाना चाहिए, ना कि जनता सरकारी दफ्तरों में खज्जल खुआर हो। यही आजादी के असली मायने हैं। शहीद आजम सरदार भगत सिंह जी के सपनों को साकार करने के लिए पंजाब सरकार ने फैसला किया है कि पंजाब के लोगों को अब सरकारी दफ्तरों के चक्कर नहीं लगाने पड़ेंगे, बल्कि सरकारी दफ्तर खुद चल के लोगों के घर पर आएंगे।
अब सरकारी दफ्तरों के चक्कर काटने की जरूरत नहीं, बस डायल करें 1076 और सरकारी सुविधाएं अपने घर पर ही पाएं। पंजाब की भगवंत मान सरकार आपके द्वार।
Breaking, and in a big statement by UP CM Yogi Adityanath, it has now hit out at the opposition, saying that those who were against Lord Ram have been forced to change their stance now. Listen in to this report.
अयोध्या और उसके आसपास 5-6 नए स्टेशनों का विकास किया जा रहा है, किसी को भी समस्या नहीं है। और यही नहीं, सड़क मार्ग से जोड़ लिया गया, रेल मार्ग से जोड़ लिया गया, वायु मार्ग से भी जोड़ लिया गया, और जल मार्ग से जोड़ने की कार्रवाई भी हमारी प्रारंभ हो गई। एक नए भारत का दर्शन हो रहा है। आज देखिए, अयोध्या जाने में जो लोग संकोच करते थे, अयोध्या का नाम लेने में जिनको संकोच होता था, आज वे भी कहते हैं कि हमें भी निमंत्रण मिलेगा तो हम भी जाएंगे। यही परिवर्तन है। आप अपनी ताकत का एहसास कराएंगे तो हर व्यक्ति आपके साथ जुड़ेगा, और उस परिवर्तन के साथ जुड़ने के लिए आज हम सब आपके पास यहाँ पर एकत्र होकर के आए हैं। आज के इस कार्यक्रम के अवसर पर मैं आदरणीय रितंबरा जी को उनकी षष्ठी पूर्ति और बालिकाओं के इस सैनिक स्कूल के शुभारंभ के लिए
Viewers, much more coming up. Congress swings into firefighting mode, likely to play peacemaker with Miffed Nitish Kumar.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, released recently, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
आपने सोमानी का नया रोल देखा? वही स्टाइल और रेंज सोमानी बाथवेयर में भी। सोमानी बाथवेयर
दिल के सारे राज खोलता है जब ये डायमंड बोलता है। दिल की ऐसी बातों को डायमंड से बुलवाओ। मालाबार आओ और अब पाइए डायमंड वैल्यू पे अप टू 25% ऑफ ड्यूरिंग माइन डायमंड फेस्टिवल।
हमारे देश को आजाद हुए 76 साल हो गए, लेकिन कई चीजों में हमको अभी आजादी नहीं मिली, जैसे कि सरकारी दफ्तरों में दुश्वारियां, परेशानियां, बदइंतजामियां। हमारे शहीदों को इस बात की कतई चिंता नहीं थी कि देश को आजादी मिलेगी या ना, लेकिन उनको एक बात की चिंता थी कि आजादी के बाद देश कौन से हाथों में जाएगा, देश के हालात क्या होंगे। हमने आजादी की जंग इसलिए लड़ी थी ताकि हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ियों की जिंदगी आसान हो सके, ना कि इसलिए कि वो जगह जगह पर सरकारी दफ्तरों में धक्के खाएं, परेशानियों का सामना करना पड़े। अगर जंग सबने इकट्ठे होकर लड़ी थी आजादी की, तो फिर सुख सहूलतें भी सबको इकट्ठी मिलनी चाहिए। हम तो शहीदों के पांव की मिट्टी के एक धूल के तिनके के बराबर भी नहीं है, लेकिन ये बसंती रंग की पग शहीदों के सपनों और इरादों की हमें याद दिलाती रहती है कि हमारे देश में आम लोगों के सिर्फ दिन रात नहीं, हालात बदलने चाहिए। चुनाव के समय हम लोगों के पास जा सकते हैं, तो चुनाव के बाद सरकार बनती है, तो सरकार बनने के बाद भी सरकारों को जनता के पास जाना चाहिए, ना कि जनता सरकारी दफ्तरों में खज्जल खुआर हो। यही आजादी के असली मायने हैं। शहीद आजम सरदार भगत सिंह जी के सपनों को साकार करने के लिए पंजाब सरकार ने फैसला किया है कि पंजाब के लोगों को अब सरकारी दफ्तरों के चक्कर नहीं लगाने पड़ेंगे, बल्कि सरकारी दफ्तर खुद चल के लोगों के घर पर आएंगे।
अब सरकारी दफ्तरों के चक्कर काटने की जरूरत नहीं, बस डायल करें 1076 और सरकारी सुविधाएं अपने घर पर ही पाएं। पंजाब की भगवंत मान सरकार आपके द्वार।
Keep it wild. The new Sonnet.
Kia, movement that inspires.
केंट से पानी होता है 100% प्योर।
केंट आरओ प्योरिटी दिखाता भी है।
केंट देता है सबसे शुद्ध पानी।
मोदी सरकार की गारंटी, भारत होगा गरीबी मुक्त। 5 सालों में 13 करोड़ 50 लाख लोगों को गरीबी से बाहर निकाला। हमारा संकल्प विकसित भारत।
Viewers, top publicity tracking right now on the first day of the year. A diverse array of 56 ceremonial food offerings, commonly referred to as bhog, has been presented at the Ram Temple. Devotees gather at Ram Janmabhoomi Temple the first day of the year, marking a spiritual, significant beginning.
भाई इतनी बड़ी टाइल्स,
इतनी बड़ी बड़ी हिट्स आप लोगों ने मुझे दी हैं। टाइल्स तो बड़े होने चाहिए। सुमानी मैक्स टाइल्स, टाइलों का सबसे बड़ा भाई। सुमानी मैक्स टाइल्स, जमीन से जुड़े।
जहाँ यादगार होता है हर एक किस्सा। इको रिट्रीट उड़ीसा।
3 से 4 व्हीलर में अपग्रेड तो करना है, पर इसमें से क्या खास बात है?
इसमें एक खासियत हो तो बताएं। टाटा इस गोल्ड पेट्रोल CX में है दमदार इंजन जो दे बढ़िया पिकअप, बड़ी और स्ट्रॉन्ग रोड बॉडी और मेंटेनेंस एकदम कम। तो अब सोचो, समझो और टाटा इस गोल्ड पेट्रोल CX लो।
मोदी सरकार की गारंटी, कोई नहीं रहेगा भूखा। हर महीने 80 करोड़ लोगों को मिल रहा है मुफ्त राशन। हमारा संकल्प विकसित भारत।
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation, so I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne, so now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
हमारे देश को आजाद हुए 76 साल हो गए, लेकिन कई चीजों में हमको अभी आजादी नहीं मिली। जैसे कि सरकारी दफ्तरों में दुश्वारियां, परेशानियां, बदइंतजामियां। हमारे शहीदों को इस बात की कतई चिंता नहीं थी कि देश को आजादी मिलेगी या ना, लेकिन उनको एक बात की चिंता थी कि आजादी के बाद देश कौन से हाथों में जाएगा, देश के हालात क्या होंगे। हमने आजादी की जंग इसलिए लड़ी थी ताकि हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ियों की जिंदगी आसान हो सके, ना कि इसलिए कि वो जगह जगह पर सरकारी दफ्तरों में धक्के खाएं, परेशानियों का सामना करना पड़े। अगर जंग सबने इकट्ठे होकर लड़ी थी आजादी की, तो फिर सुख सहूलतें भी सबको इकट्ठी मिलनी चाहिए। हम तो शहीदों के पांव की मिट्टी के एक धूल के तिनके के बराबर भी नहीं है, लेकिन ये बसंती रंग की पग शहीदों के सपनों और इरादों की हमें याद दिलाती रहती है कि हमारे देश में आम लोगों के सिर्फ दिन रात नहीं, हालात बदलने चाहिए। चुनाव के समय हम लोगों के पास जा सकते हैं, तो चुनाव के बाद सरकार बनती है, तो सरकार बनने के बाद भी सरकारों को जनता के पास जाना चाहिए, ना कि जनता सरकारी दफ्तरों में खज्जल खुआर हो। यही आजादी के असली मायने हैं। शहीद आजम सरदार भगत सिंह जी के सपनों को साकार करने के लिए पंजाब सरकार ने फैसला किया है कि पंजाब के लोगों को अब सरकारी दफ्तरों के चक्कर नहीं लगाने पड़ेंगे, बल्कि सरकारी दफ्तर खुद चल के लोगों के घर पर आएंगे।
अब सरकारी दफ्तरों के चक्कर काटने की जरूरत नहीं, बस डायल करें 1076 और सरकारी सुविधाएं अपने घर पर ही पाएं। पंजाब की भगवंत मान सरकार आपके द्वार।
Brace yourselves for a revolutionary leap into the world of news with the Republic World app. This is not just an app, viewers, it's a direct conduit to a world of news delivered with unparalleled authority and integrity right at your fingertips. Republic World app is your gateway to the latest updates, live streams and the debates that have become the hallmark of our journalistic prowess. Download Republic World app, available on Google Play Store and Apple App Store.
The biggest story tonight, powered by Century Laminates.
India celebrates Ram Mandir, but politics continue to rage on. INDI repeats boycott call.
Congress divided over boycott call. Himachal unit breaks ranks. Karnataka minister condemns politics. Asauddin Owaisi tries to incite ahead of inauguration, asks Muslims to maintain strength. Yogi hits out an anti-Mandir lobby, says those against are now forced to chant Lord Ram's name. Sources suggest consensus on seat sharing reached. Congress seeks to contest 250 to 300 seats. .6 magnitude earthquake hits western Japan. Tsunami warning issued in coastal areas now. Hello and welcome. You're watching The Biggest Story Tonight with me, Shravan Singh. Ladies and gentlemen, just about 21 days to go for the mega Ram Mandir inauguration. Ayodhya is all decked up. While politics still continues over this entire issue, what's important to perhaps highlight is what is essentially taking this entire politics and, more importantly, who exactly is really responsible for it? Why exactly should there be, in the first place, politics over something that India is celebrating together? Take a look at some of these reports that have been filed by my colleague Priyanka Sharma that will give you the mood on the crowd. Listen.
Now, along with the entire inauguration of the Ram Janmabhoomi, we also see a lot of beautification work that is also being done. And not just that, a lot of rehabilitation of the heritage structures that have always existed in the city of Ayodhya is also being done. Right now, I'm at a very historically significant place, which is the chalk of the 4 historically significant gates that essentially exist here in the middle of the city of Ayodhya. And this was basically the gates of the entire city as well. And this was also the gate for Shuja-ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Awadh, that used to be here during the year of 1753. And now we are looking at these gates that used to be closed when he used to in fact go from here towards his other mahal as well that used to exist there. So this essentially is being safeguarded. The historical significance and the heritage value of these historically significant monuments is also being safeguarded, and not just safeguarded, also rehabilitated. And if we show you the 4 historically significant gate, the Char Darwaze that is being called here in Ayodhya, the kind of restoration and the rehabilitation that is going on here, the workers are hard at work. In fact, we are also being told as to how the rehabilitation is being done with the limestone that essentially is used in the rehabilitation work, but also a special kind of chuna as well that is also used. To get more understanding of this, we have people who are working here to help us understand how exactly they are doing the work of rehabilitation of these gates. आप बताइए यहाँ पर कितने लोग क्या काम कर रहे हो आप लोग यहाँ?
यहीं पे चूना गुड़ मिलता है, सन मिलता है, गुड़ मिलता है, बजड़ी मिलता है जो खेत में बोआती है, और जीरा है, मरीच है, संफ है।
उस सबको मिला के ये चूना वगैरह
ये सब मिला के बनता है।
और कितना चूना मतलब किस तरह से इस्तेमाल कर रहे हो इसको यहाँ पे काम करने?
चूना इसमें 10 कट्टा मिलता है, ईटा पीस के बनती है।
जो ईंट होते हैं उसको पीस के
ईंट पीस के बनती है।
So essentially, this is the kind of powder, in fact, which is used for the rehabilitation. This is a powder which is used after mixing of bricks and also limestone as well, that is used in this to essentially also rehabilitate and also safeguard these heritage and historically significant monuments that we see of the 4 doors. Along with this, there are several other projects along the lines of heritage value that is being given a lot of significance by the UP government. In fact, the entire project for the rehabilitation of these 4 doors had been over 70 crore rupees that had already been released, and we will see that the completion of this project perhaps will also happen in a few months from now. With video journalist Vipin Mori, I am Priyanka Sharma. for Republic. When it comes to Ayodhya and the kind of developmental push that the entire city is also getting, we also see that a lot of heritage structures that are being rehabilitated, restructured as well. And one such structure is where we are standing along the lines of the Panchkosi Parikrama Marg here at the Saket Sadan, that essentially also be known as the Afim Kothi. And in fact, this Saket Sadan, if you tell our viewers about what exactly is going to be put up here, there will be a museum as well that will be put up to understand the entire history. However, this was the Dilkusha Mahal that used to be of the third Nawab of Awadh's, Shah-ud-Dullah's, in fact, Mahal that had been made by him. In fact, we have some details of the entire project as well. Over here as well, we have seen at least 16 crore or so worth of project that has been commissioned, and we are looking at heritage experts as well who are coming in to rehabilitate this entire mahal. In fact, this was Shah-ud-Dawla who had made this entire mahal. In fact, had also been made keeping in mind that whoever would look at it would feel happy, and that is why this name had been come up, which was Dilkusha Mahal that it was called. In fact, it has a huge courtyard as well of this entire mahal that we see, which is right now under construction, because the Saket Sadan is going to be put up here. And now as we talk about the actual Dilkusha Mahal, or the Afim Kothi as it was called, interestingly this name had also been given because after the Britishers had handed over this, in fact, an area was given to the Narcotics Control Bureau, because of which this entire place had been referred to as Afim Kothi. And now, of course, the real name is that of the Dilkusha Mahal. We also see the stone that has been embedded with that name. It is referred to as the Dilkusha Mahal. It was in fact made, it was a point of envy that had been erected by the third Nawab of Awadh, Shah-ud-Dawla, who had reigned during the time of 1753 is the year, and he had erected several such monuments that essentially had been a point of envy for the people. We'll take our viewers through inside of this Dilkusha Mahal, Afim Kothi, or now the Saket Sadan, and we will also try to understand how this entire construction is being carried out, as we are looking at only quicklime and brick dust that is being used for the rehabilitation of this entire mahal as well. In fact, we also have a gentleman here with us who is also going to be speaking to us to understand how exactly this work is being carried out. यहाँ हमें बताइए किस तरह से काम चल रहा है. इसको पहले अफीम कोठी कहते थे और इसको दिलकुशा महल एक्चुअली था, पर उसको फिर अफीम कोठी कहा गया. अब साकेत सदन होने वाला है. किस तरह से यहाँ पर काम चल रहा है, क्या क्या काम यहाँ चल रहा है?
मैडम, यहाँ पे तोड़ फोड़ का, डेंटिंग पेंटिंग का काम चल रहा है अभी हाल फिलहाल तो. और वैसे इधर जो अपने सीमेंट वगैरह सारे मटेरियल है वो उसमें लगाया जा रहा है. और इसको जो इसकी डेंटिंग पेंटिंग तोड़ के मरम्मत की जा रही है. जो सारा मटेरियल नया माल मिलाया जा रहा है हाल फिलहाल. और इसमें जो वो बढ़िया, इससे भी बढ़िया इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है चूने का. वो बजरी और सीमेंटेड मिला के मशीनों से पिसाई करके बढ़िया तरीके से की जा रही है हाल फिलहाल.
So essentially we also see the glass doors and the frame of the doors as well that we see of this entire Saket Sadan, and we are also being told how essentially this is going to be made into a museum which will reflect the entire history of the city of Ayodhya. At one point, the point of envy for the rest of the people in Ayodhya, the Dilkusha Mahal used to stand tall, had been given to the Narcotics Control Bureau, and post which it was referred to as the Afim Kothi. And now, by March 2024, this is going to be the Saket Sadan that is going to be completely transformed. And in fact, there are experts who have been brought in from Jaipur, who are in fact also developing this entire Afim Kothi or the Saket Sadan as another point of envy for the people of Ayodhya. With video journalist Bipin Mori, I'm Priyanka Sharma, reporting from Ayodhya for Republic. We are bringing you a very special coverage right from the river itself, where in fact the Gupkar Ghat, where we are looking at several of the tourists who come and take their boats and actually go across the entire riverfront area that is also being developed here over around 10 kilometers that we are looking at the riverfront that is being developed as a part of the Master Plan 2031 that the UP government in fact is developing along the lines of Gupkar Ghat. And we are already looking at the big tourism push that this entire area is also getting, because just looking at the sheer number of people who have come here to take the boats, to in fact take a round at this riverfront, and a very historically significant place as well when it comes to the temples that have been put up here, the kunds that are being developed, several around kunds, over 180 or so kunds that are also being developed by the UPPCL that are around developing Ayodhya, developing the city of Ayodhya. Let's try to get in a word with several of the tourists, several of the locals in fact, who have come with us at this on this boat journey to understand how are they really looking at Ayodhya, at the changing Ayodhya today as well. आप बताइए, आप अयोध्या के ही हैं, यहाँ पे किस तरह से जो बदलाव हो रहा है, जो रिवर फ्रंट जो डेवलप की जा रही है, क्या क्या यहाँ पर इसकी खूबी है, और पीछे मैं देख रही हूँ कई सारे मंदिर वगैरह भी हैं, तो उसके बारे में भी अगर हमारे दर्शकों को कुछ बता पाएं।
सबसे पहले मैं आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं, और ये मैं बताना चाहता हूं कि यहाँ पर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी और माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के द्वारा जो विकास की धारा बनाई गई है वो काफ़ी शानदार है। और यहाँ पर जो ये रिवर फ्रंट डेवलप किया जा रहा है, इसका प्रमुख उद्देश्य ये था कि जो इसके किनारे के जो हमारे पर्यटक स्थल है, वहाँ पर जो पहुँचने वाला पानी था, इसकी वजह से पर्यटक की जो क्षमता थी वो कम हो रही थी, उस क्षमता को विकसित किया गया है। साथ साथ एक ये जो शानदार और ये जो अविस्मरणीय दृश्य यहाँ उपस्थित होता है, उससे यहाँ पर पर्यटन की क्षमता में काफ़ी वृद्धि हुई है।
मैं ये भी देख रही हूँ कि कई सारे जो मंदिर हैं यहाँ पर, काफ़ी सारे जो पुराने मंदिर हैं उनका भी रिहैबिलिटेशन का काम किया जा रहा है, रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग का काम किया जा रहा है, क्योंकि खाली एक राम जन्मभूमि मंदिर नहीं है, कई सारे यहाँ पर मंदिर हैं और उसकी काफ़ी जो हिस्टोरिकल सिग्निफिकेंस है वो भी कई सारी है। तो अगर आप थोड़ा सा अगर पॉइंट करके भी बता पाए कि कहाँ कहाँ पे कौन सा क्या मंदिर है और किस तरह से उसका रिवैम्प किया जा रहा है, और जो सुभाष चंद्र बोस जी का भी जो आपने बताया पॉइंट, क्या वो यहाँ से अभी हमें दिख रहा है?
सबसे पहले मैं यहाँ पर बताना चाहूँगा, ये जो सामने आपको भगवान श्री राम का मंदिर दिख रहा है, ये यहाँ के अयोध्या के जो नरेश थे उनके द्वारा ये विकसित किया गया था। और ये जो स्थान है ये अपने आप में हमारे स्कंद पुराण से लेके जो हमारे रामायण है या फिर रामचरितमानस, सब में इस स्थान का एक विशेष स्थान महत्व है, क्योंकि भगवान श्री राम ने जब अपने राज्य का पूरा धर्म पूर्वक उसका पालन किया और फिर जब उनको बैकुंठ धाम जाने का संदेशा आया, तो वहाँ से ही इसी स्थान से उन्होंने अपनी प्रजा के साथ, अपने हित मित्रों के साथ इसी स्थान से बैकुंठ धाम के लिए यहाँ से प्रयाण किया। इसीलिए इसको श्री गुप्त हरि या गुप्तार घाट के नाम से, यहीं से भगवान गुप्त मतलब यहीं से अदृश्य हुए थे। अदृश्य होने का तात्पर्य यह है कि भगवान ने यहीं से बैकुंठ धाम के लिए प्रयाण किया था। तो इसलिए इस स्थान का विशेष महत्व है, चाहे यहाँ पर आपकी पूर्णिमा हो या एकादशी हो या कार्तिक पूर्णिमा है या रामनवमी हो या सभी विभिन्न जो पर्व होते हैं, वहाँ पर इस स्थान पर स्नान करने से जो लोगों की एक तो आध्यात्मिक जो अनुभूति होती है, निश्चित रूप से उसका विकास होता है। और यहाँ सरयू जी का जो पवित्र जल है, ये कैलाश मानसरोवर की विभिन्न धाराओं से होकर आती है। ये कहा गया है जब इस धरती की उत्पत्ति हुई थी आज से 14 अरब साल पहले, उस समय धरती की जब उत्पत्ति हुई तो धीरे धीरे जब यहाँ पर विभिन्न प्रकार के जो भौतिक स्थलों का निर्माण हुआ, उसमें जो पेंजिया था, वहाँ पर जो कैलाश मानसरोवर जो है वो एक प्राचीन स्थल है, सबसे जो हमारा प्राचीन स्थल है। और वहीं की स्थल से वहीं पर जो हमारी जो विभिन्न धाराएं हैं उन्हीं का जन्म होता है, और उन्हीं धाराओं से जो हमारा पवित्र पानी है वो सरयू नदी के द्वारा जो है यहाँ पर आता है और लोगों को प्राप्त होता है। इस पर शायद आपने सुना होगा कि सदगुरु जी ने भी कैलाश मानसरोवर के विभिन्न प्रकार की जलधाराओं के बारे में, तो वो ये हमारी सरयू जी की जलधारा वहीं से आ रही है। तो यहाँ पर स्नान करना अपने आप में अमृत को धारण करना है, और विशेष पर्वों पर धारण करने पर निश्चित रूप से ये हमारे जीवन में आध्यात्मिक रूप से हमारी जो विकास की भावना है उसको निश्चित रूप से बढ़ाती है।
और बिल्कुल जैसे कि वी आर शोइंग आवर व्यूअर्स एसेंशियली हाउ दिस the footfall as well is also increasing as we speak, and the number of boats as well is a very reflective sign as to how the number of people have been gathering here, the number of people who come from across the country. Let's also try to get in a word from the person who's driven us here to the middle of the entire river, and who's actually just like him, there are a lot of other boats that are here, and that also gives us a huge push of tourism as well. भैया बताओ कितने लोग यहाँ पर आते हैं, कितने लोग दिन में यहाँ पर सवारी भी करने आते हैं और खाली डुबकी भी लगाने आते हैं, कितने लोग आपको दिख रहे हैं? और रिवर फ्रंट जब से हुई है क्या क्या इसमें डेवलपमेंट हुआ?
मैम इसमें डेवलपमेंट ये होगा कि यहाँ पे घाट ये सब जो बन चुका है पूरा नया, यहाँ से लेके अयोध्या तक आप यहाँ से चढ़ेंगे, डायरेक्ट यहाँ से आप अयोध्या तक जा सकते हैं, पैदल भी जा सकते हैं, कार से भी जा सकते हैं, बाइक से भी जा सकते हैं आप।
कितने लोग आते हैं यहाँ?
मैम यहाँ पे सुबह कम से कम मॉर्निंग में 1,500 से 2,000 लोग तो डुबकी लगाते ही हैं सुबह के टाइम में,
हर रोज?
यस मैम।
और आपको बोट में लेने के लिए कितने लोग आते हैं यहाँ पर?
मैम बोट तो बहुत सारी हो चुकी है प्रॉपर, अब तो आदमी लोग ज़्यादा आने लगे हैं जब से राम मंदिर बन चुका है। यस मैम।
अब आगे भी मंदिर अब बनने वाला है 22 जनवरी को, क्या इस समय आपकी भावनाएं भी हैं, क्योंकि आप यहाँ के ही हैं, यहाँ पर काम भी कर रहे हैं, और उसके ऊपर भी आपने कई सारा जो डेवलपमेंट है उसके इर्द गिर्द भी देखा है। जब राम जन्मभूमि टेम्पल बना है, खाली मंदिर की बात नहीं है, पर कई सारी चीजें अब चेंज।
मैम चेंज तो बहुत सारी हो गई, अब तो यहाँ पे रोड भी बहुत अच्छा बन चुका है, पहले यहाँ पे रोड भी नहीं था उतना, पूरा जंगल ही जंगल पूरा था, अब तो इस तरफ गार्डन नया बन चुका है, इसके पीछे नया गार्डन बन चुका है, इसके इस तरफ भी पूरा। मैम अभी चारों तरफ ही काम चल रहा है। अभी मैम जहाँ से राम भगवान जी गुप्त हुए हैं अभी वो मंदिर भी बन चुका है, वो देखिए।
Let me also bring in my colleague Priyanka, who's been camping there in Ayodhya over the last couple of days. Ayodhya, Priyanka, you've been there for the last couple of days. Give us a sense of the kind of excitement that is palpable, and one can actually feel it from the reports that you've been sending us. Do they even talk about the kind of politics that is surrounding, or for the people of Ayodhya, what matters is the grand inauguration of Ram Temple?
Well, absolutely, Shavan. In fact, we are at another such point where we are standing is essentially also a place, a tent city that is being developed for the number of people who are in fact going to be here by the VHP. These kind of preparations are being done in the city of Ayodhya. So that also helps us understand the number of devotees that the government machinery is also expecting will be coming here in Ayodhya as well. Let's keep panning our cameras to show our viewers essentially where we are standing. This is a part of the tent city, and of course we have seen how the kind of enthusiasm and the kind of preparations are also being carried out by the people here, by each and every person, in fact, however they can contribute. We have another official of the VHP as well who is in fact joining us, and we will try to get in a word from him to how exactly the preparations are going on. गजेंद्र जी, ये बताइए किस तरह से यहाँ पर जो preparations की जा रही है, किस तरह से जो उत्साह है लोगों में उसको भी ध्यान में रखते हुए किस तरह से जो सारी तैयारियां की जा रही हैं 22 जनवरी की और उसके बाद के लिए?
लोगों में उत्साह तो है, ये तो पूरे देश में वैसे ही दिखाई दे रहा है इस समय, क्योंकि 14 वर्ष के बाद राम आए थे तो एक अलग प्रकार का, अब तो 500 वर्ष के बाद राम अपने घर में प्रवेश करेंगे, तो एक उत्साह का माहौल तो पूरे देश में है, उत्साह का वातावरण भी पूरे देश में है। अयोध्या एक छोटा स्थान, तो उसको ध्यान में रखकर यहाँ जो लोग आएंगे तो उनके रहने की व्यवस्था तो यहाँ पर हम लोग कर रहे हैं। प्रारंभ में यहाँ संत आएंगे, तो 22 जनवरी को संतों के रहने की जो व्यवस्था है वो हमने प्रारंभ में यहाँ की है, और ऐसे हमने 1200 के लगभग ऐसे कमरे बनाए हैं, जिसको कमरे कहेंगे, लेट बाथ अटैच कमरे हैं। उसके बाद 308 के लगभग हमारी डोरमेट्रियाँ हैं। कुल मिलाकर हमने सोचा है कि यहाँ 1200 और 1400 के बीच में 1500 तक भी हम उसको कर सकते हैं, ऐसे लोग रह सकें।
तो कई सारे लोग आने वाले हैं, उसकी भी सारी तैयारियां की जा रही हैं। उसी के बीच में आपसे एक और राजनीतिक सवाल भी पूछना चाहूंगी, क्योंकि कई सारी जो हमने राजनीति है उसके ऊपर खेली जा रही है, हमने देखा है जो इंडी अलायंस है उसके जो नेता है कई सारी बातें बोल रहे हैं राम जन्मभूमि मंदिर को लेके, उस पर भी आप क्या बोलेंगे, किस तरह से देखते हैं? जो जैसे कि सीताराम येचुरी ने CPIM के उन्होंने मना कर दिया आने से, कहते हैं कि जो धर्म है उसको राजनीति के साथ में जोड़ा जा रहा है, राजनीति को इसमें लेकर आया जा रहा है और इसके ऊपर अब राजनीति की जा रही है। आप किस तरह से देखते हैं जो ऑपोजिशन के लीडर्स हैं जो वो बयानबाजी कर रहे हैं राम जन्मभूमि मंदिर को लेके, उसको कैसे देखते?
राम तो सबके हैं, और बिना राम के तो ये देश की पहचान ही राम से है, तो इसमें राजनीति ना की जाए तो ज़्यादा अच्छा है।
So, Shravan, that essentially is the reaction that we get from each and every person from Ayodhya when they are asked about the entire politics of it, because they are saying that they are completely insulated from it and they are more concerned about the kind of preparations that they can make for the 22nd of January. As we just heard the VHP leader also tell us how there will be several of the saints that will be coming in from Kashi as well. In fact, there is already already a lot of people who have started coming in, the saints and seers who want to go to the Ram Janmabhoomi temple, have a visit at the Ram Janmabhoomi temple even before the Pran Pratishtha in fact starts as well. And we are looking at how the preparations are underway, and of course the kind of rituals that will also be carried out on the 22nd of January, keeping in mind that the kind of VVIP movement is going to take place here, and the area that we are trying to look at and the number of people that for whom the arrangements are made helps us understand the magnanimity of the entire event and how many devotees can also be expected. In fact, Shravan, when we were speaking to some of the people who the government machinery, they were also telling us as to how the biggest challenge for them is also going to be about the 22nd of January, but also post the 22nd of January, when the devotees in fact will start coming in to Ayodhya, and at least 50,000 is the footfall that the government machinery in fact was also expecting, and that is what has been kept in mind while the arrangements were also being made. In fact, viewers, I was also able to have a conversation with the head priest Satyendra Das, in fact Maharaj, who was able to tell us about the preparations that are also being carried out in Ayodhya for the Ram Janmabhoomi temple inauguration and the politics around it. Let's take a look. क्या क्या रिचुअल्स किए जाएंगे, किस तरह से जो प्रतिमा है रामलला की उनको स्थापित किया जाएगा मंदिर के अंदर, क्या कुछ हमें एक्सपेक्ट?
देखिए, उसमें प्राण प्रतिष्ठा होगी। प्राण प्रतिष्ठा की जितनी विधि हैं वो सब करना पड़ेगा। उस मूर्ति को अन्न में धरा जाएगा और उसके बाद में पुष्पों में धरा जाएगा, औषध में धरा जाएगा और जल में धरा जाएगा, दूध में धरा जाएगा। इस तरह की पूरी व्यवस्था होने के बाद तब प्राण प्रतिष्ठा की प्रक्रिया शुरू होगी, जिसमें ग्रह दशाओं की शांति के लिए भी कहा जाएगा कि ओम ब्रह्मा मुरारी स्थिर प्रांतकारी भानु शशि भूम सुदो बुधश्च गुरु से शुक्र शनिराव केतवा सर्वे ग्रह शांत करा भवंतु, सभी ग्रह शांत रहें, क्योंकि प्रभु राम का कार्य होना है। इसमें सब लोग सहयोगी करें, सभी देवताओं का आवाहन किया जाएगा, उनकी पूजा की जाएगी, उनका सहयोग लिया जाएगा और इसी प्रकार निर्विघ्न पूर्वक प्राण प्रतिष्ठा संपन्न हो जाएगी। और जितने लोग आएंगे सबकी सुरक्षा की, भोजन की, रहने की पूरी व्यवस्था है और सब कुछ पूर्णतया संपन्न किया जाएगा।
उनकी जब आंख की पट्टी खोली जाती है तब क्या क्या होगा? और मंदिर के बारे में भी अगर हम बात करें तो मंदिर पहले 2 मंजिला होने वाला था, अब 3 मंजिला मंदिर बना है। काफी सारा उसमें आर्किटेक्चर हमें देखने को मिल रहा है, बहुत स्पेशल चीजें हैं, बहुत
कुछ सुंदर बना है। उसकी कारीगरी इतनी सुंदर बनी है कि खाली देखते देखते ही मन प्रसन्न हो जाता है। और उसमें जब रामलला में प्रवेश करके और उनकी स्थापना हो जाएगी तो एक दिव्य स्वर्ग लगता है, जिसे हम कल्पना करते हैं स्वर्ग, जिसके लिए हम पूजा अनुष्ठान तपस्या करते हैं स्वर्ग जाने के। उस प्रकार का दृश्य वो गर्भगृह में जहाँ रामलला विराजमान होंगे वो दिखाई देगा, जो अलौकिक दृश्य होगा, जिसे देख करके लोग मन प्रसन्न होंगे और ये वर्णन नहीं कर सकते कि कितनी सुंदरता है।
और जब 22 जनवरी है और 18 जनवरी 16 जनवरी से हम क्या क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं, क्या क्या रिचुअल?
देवताओं की पूजा होती है, अनुष्ठान होता है और ग्रह दशाओं की शांति होती है। ये सारे कार्यक्रम 15 से शुरू हो जाएंगे, क्योंकि 14 को खरवा समाप्त होगा और 15 से कार्यक्रम समाप्त होंगे। उसके बाद में ये संपन्न किया जाएगा, क्योंकि वो बहुत बड़ा अनुष्ठान होता है और उससे कार्यक्रम होते हैं और जिसमें देवी देवताओं का आवाहन और उनका विसर्जन, ये सारे कार्य संपन्न होंगे। ये 15 से शुरू होकर के और 22 को जाकर के प्राण प्रतिष्ठा होगी।
सत्येंद्र दास जी, इतने सालों का जो पूरा स्ट्रगल रहा है राम मंदिर को लेके, रामलला को लेके, उसको आप किस तरह से देखते हैं? फाइनली ये जो मंदिर है अब इनॉग्रेट होने,
बहुत कठिनाई हुई और रामलला को हुई, पुजारियों को हुई, क्योंकि पहले विवादित ढांचा में रहे रामलला, फिर 6 दिसंबर 92 को गिर गया और तिरपाल में आया। 28 वर्ष तक रामलला तिरपाल में रहे, उन्हें तमाम झंझा बातों को सहना पड़ता रहा चाहे गर्मी हो, चाहे बरसात हो, ठंडी हो, सभी प्रकार का प्रकोप वहाँ लगता था। क्योंकि कपड़े का बना हुआ मंडप था जिसमें रामलला विराजमान थे। उसके बाद में वर्तमान समय में लकड़ी का बना हुआ अस्थाई मंदिर है जहाँ रामलला विराजमान है, उनकी पूजा अर्चना हो रही है। और इसी प्रकार से उठ करके अब उस भव्य मंदिर में जाएंगे जो आज एक प्रकार से तमाम सोच से और तमाम कारीगरों के जो कलाकृतियाँ हैं, जो उनका उसमें योगदान है और जिस प्रकार सुंदर बंधा हुआ है, वो हमें जाकर के विराजमान होंगे तो अलौकिक दृश्य दिखाई देगा रामलला के।
Well, in the run-up to that grand inauguration on 22nd of January, we here at Republic TV promise you to get many more ground reports. That's all that we could pack in this edition of The Biggest Story Tonight. News and updates continue on the other side. Asauddin Owaisi tries to incite ahead of inauguration, asks Muslims to maintain strength. Yogi hits out an anti-Mandir lobby, says those against are now forced to chant Lord Ram's name.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar. AMFI Mutual Funds. Sahi hai. Co-powered by Sera. This is your space. Play it your way. Philips Smart Wi-Fi LED lights. Smarter generation ki smart lights.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, released recently, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
आपने सोमानी का नया रोल देखा? वही स्टाइल और रेंज सोमानी बाथवेयर में भी। सोमानी बाथवेयर।
पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि के माध्यम से किसानों की छोटी छोटी जरूरतों को पूरा कर रहे हैं। इन खर्चों के लिए अब उन्हें किसी दूसरे के सामने हाथ नहीं फैलाना पड़ता।
यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री के विजन से प्रधानमंत्री किसान सम्मान निधि योजना लाई है उत्तर प्रदेश के करोड़ों अन्नदाताओं के चेहरे पर मुस्कान। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ के नेतृत्व में 2,63,00,000 किसानों को मिला है स्वाभिमान से जीने का अधिकार। किसानों के बैंक खातों में भेजे गए हैं 64,694 करोड़ रुपए। इस योजना के तहत सभी किसानों को प्रतिवर्ष उपलब्ध कराई जाती है 6,000 रुपए की आर्थिक सहायता। अब किसान भाइयों को कृषि कार्यों के लिए किस्मत के भरोसे नहीं रहना होगा। अन्नदाताओं का सम्मान, नए उत्तर प्रदेश की पहचान।
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation, so I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne, so now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
मोदी सरकार की गारंटी, सबका अपने पक्के घर का सपना होगा पूरा। 4 करोड़ पक्के घरों का निर्माण, हमारा संकल्प विकसित भारत।
इस पल को मुमकिन करने के लिए अबीर ने पहले से ही शुरुआत कर दी थी।
ये पल सच हुआ, ये पलकों पे सूरज सा उगा, ये पल मानो रुक सा।
और म्यूचुअल फंड से शुरुआत करना समझदारी की निशानी है।
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
जहां यादगार होता है हर एक किस्सा। इको रिट्रीट ओडिशा।
टिप चाहिए, पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, चलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा और मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
Viewers, it's time for Superfast 50. I'm Shivangi Shakal. Let's get started. A big statement by UP CM Yogi Adityanath has now hit out at the opposition, saying that those who were against Lord Ram have been forced to change their stance now. He has said that India's respect has increased today and that those who used to hesitate to take the name of Ayodhya are now saying that if they get an invitation, they will also come for the ceremony. RJD's MP Manoj Jha has slammed PM Modi and said that if Maryada Purushottam himself comes to earth after Jan 22nd Pran Pratishtha, he will ask questions to PM Modi about youth employment and inflation in the country. UP Deputy CM Keshav Prasad Maurya said the Ram Temple has been built and during Pran Pratishtha ceremony is set to be held on 22nd January. People will be able to identify the real and the fake Lord Ram devotees. Congress stated that the party wants to contest elections alone on about 290 seats in 2024 elections. They will be asking for 85 seats from Alliance Parties of India, the consensus that was reached in the meeting of Alliance Committee held on 29th and 30th of December. Speaking on the seat-sharing formula, NCP MP Supriya Sule said discussions have been happening among the parties in the INDI bloc. Supriya Sule said a meeting that took place between Sonia Gandhi, Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar in Delhi 15 days ago and that final decision is yet to be taken.
महाविकास आघाड़ी की 8-10 दिन में पूरा पिक्चर क्लियर हो जाएगा। जनवरी के मोटा-मोटा 15-16 तक आपको पूरा हम लोग बता सकेंगे कि कौन कहां से लड़ रहा है। कैंडिडेट्स भी हमारे तब तक भी ऑलमोस्ट फाइनल हो जाएंगे, तो जनवरी में हमारा पूरा ये क्लियर हो जाएगा।
Amid the Congress's seat-sharing demand, BJP President Samrat Chaudhary said that the BJP is there to defeat India Alliance and in 2024 the India Alliance will not win even a single seat. He said that 2024 will be a golden year for the BJP and all records will be broken. RSS National Executive Member Indresh Kumar triggered a controversy by appealing to Muslims to chant Shri Ram, Jai Ram at mosques, dargahs, madrasas on occasion of Ram Temple consecration ceremony in Ayodhya on Jan 22nd. Punjab CM Bhagwant Mann took a drive at the centre and said that how can centre even imagine the Independence Day and Republic Day parade without the tableau of Punjab. He then said that the Punjab tableau is just 7 minutes, so how can they reject it? Punjab CM Bhagwant Mann took a drive at the Congress and said that the shortest story a mother in Delhi or Punjab can narrate to her child is Ek Thi Congress, which translates to was once a party called Congress. Ministry of Home Affairs has declared the killer of Punjabi singer Moosewala Goldie Brar as a terrorist. Goldie Brar has been declared a terrorist under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. ISRO Chairman S. Somanath has said that he's anticipating to have at least 12 missions on 12 months. He further said that it may exceed depending upon their ability to produce the hardware, complete the testing, and if things go in their favor. Jharkhand Mukti Morcha MLA Sarfaraz Ahmed resigned from the membership of Jharkhand Legislative Assembly. The MLA cited personal reasons for his resignation. His resignation was accepted by the chairman of Jharkhand Legislative Assembly, after which the constituency fell vacant. Home Minister Amit Shah will chair a high-level meeting to discuss law and order situation in Jammu and Kashmir tomorrow. The meeting will be held in New Delhi and will be attended by Jammu and Kashmir's Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha and other officials. Tamil Nadu BJP Chief Annamalai Herada DMK MP Dayanathy And he has stated that the only thing he excels is at degrading someone on the profession or language. He further hit out at the INDI bloc, stating that despite electoral defeat, nothing seems to shake the resolve of the alliance. In a first major action from Jammu and Kashmir police against POK-based terrorists in 2024, 36 terrorists from Kishtwar and POK declared proclaimed offender by an high court. The Kishtwar police would now be attaching properties of terrorists in 30 days. Ahead of the Bhima Koregaon battle anniversary, Pune Commissioner of Police Ritesh Kumar assured the public of detailed security preparations with 5,000 officers, personnel and home guards deployed. Extensive arrangements have been in progress for the past 15 days. He further said that the district administration and police are working together to ensure a peaceful event. Union Health Ministry reported today that India recorded 636 new COVID-19 cases and 3 deaths in the past 24 hours. The Union Health Ministry has said the active caseload has risen to 4,394 from 4,309 the previous day. 6 people died in a road accident in Jamshedpur after their car went uncontrolled and hit the divider. A total of 8 people, all residents of Adityapur, were there in the car at the time of the accident. 5 died on the spot while 1 died during the treatment. Assam Himanta Biswa Sarma launched 200 e-buses today, which will run across Guwahati and adjoining areas. This is done to make Guwahati the first city in the country to be powered by a 100% green public transportation system. Rescue operations is underway to save a 2.5-year-old girl who fell into a borewell in Gujarat's Dwarika. District collector and other officials are present on the spot and are constantly monitoring the situation. A series of earthquakes hit Japan, 6.6 being the highest one recorded, prompting authorities to issue a tsunami warning. The Japan Met Agency issued tsunami warning along the coastal region of Ishikawa, Niigata, and Toyama prefectures after a series of strong quakes shook western areas. As reported by Japan Met Agency, central Japan experienced a sequence of 21 earthquakes with a magnitude of 4.0 or higher in slightly over 90 minutes. The most powerful tremor recorded reached a magnitude of 6.6, leading to the issuance of tsunami warnings. Authorities advised residents in the affected areas to relocate to higher ground as a precautionary measure. Japan issued tsunami alerts on Monday after a series of strong quakes in Ishikawa and nearby prefecture shortly after 4 p.m., one of them with a preliminary magnitude of 7.6. After warning issued for the coastal areas of Japan, a tsunami warning has also been issued for Yamagata Prefecture. This is the first time a major tsunami warning was issued since the 2011 earthquake in northeastern Japan. This warning is issued when tsunami of 3 meters or more are expected. After tsunami warnings were issued for Niigata, Toyama, Ishikawa prefectures on the Japan seaside of the country, people were evacuated from the coastal areas. The public television flashed "evacuate" in big letters, urging residents to flee to higher ground despite the cold. Fumio Kishida, the Prime Minister of Japan, has said that in a tweet that they have set up the PMO response office and have established specific disaster countermeasures headquarters. He further stated that they are assessing the damage situation and human life remains top priority. Embassy of India in Japan issues the emergency contact numbers of Indian citizens following a series of strong earthquakes, tsunami warnings along the coastal areas of Japan. Indian Embassy has stated that the emergency control room has been set up for anyone to contact in connection with the earthquake or tsunami. The action comes in after evacuations have ensued post the strong earthquakes and that rattled Japan. North Korea issued tsunami warnings for its east coast after a massive quake hit north-central Japan on Monday, sending waves of up to 2.08 meters can reach its shore. After massive earthquakes in Japan, tsunami alerts have also been issued in Russia. Kremlin confirmed the reports of tsunami warnings in Russia's Far East region and said that the evacuations are being carried out to relocate the people to safer areas. Rockets target Israel on New Year's Day. A series of rockets launched from Gaza Strip illuminated the sky just after midnight. The rockets were intercepted by IDF, which triggered air raid sirens in southern and central Israel. No casualties have been reported after this attack. A terrorist wing of Hamas Al-Qassam brigades released a video of dozens of rockets launched from Gaza towards Israel. Now, the footage posted just after midnight on New Year's Day captures the barrage, triggering air raid sirens in southern and central Israel. Despite the intensity, no injuries have been reported so far. As street fighting escalates between Israel and Hamas in central and southern Gaza, ambulances continue to rush to Al-Aqsa Hospital. Hospital officials have reported at least 35 casualties from Israeli strikes in the Gaza Strip. Despite international calls for a ceasefire, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu asserts that the war will persist for many more months. Israeli military spokesperson Daniel Hagari confirmed that terrorist group Hezbollah is converting villages in southern Lebanon into a fighting zone, while stating that Hezbollah does not care about the residents of southern Lebanon, and he emphasized that Israel will continue to attack in Lebanon. In a powerful display of solidarity, Tel Aviv's tall building lit up in a yellow to support and call for the release of hostages held in Gaza for over 80 days. One of the captives expressed hope for good news as people worldwide welcomed the year 2024. Hundreds of pro-Palestinian protesters marched to the U.S. consulate in Istanbul. Islamic NGOs called for a protest march on New Year's Eve to protest against U.S. and to Israel. Protesters held up signs reading "Patron of the Zionist Gang USA, Get Out of the Middle East," and chanted pro-Hamas slogans in front of the U.S. consulate in Turkey's Istanbul. Israel's unprecedented air and ground offensive has killed around 22,000 Palestinians and wounded more than 56,000 others. The war has sparked a humanitarian crisis with a quarter of Gaza residents facing starvation, according to the UN. Israel's bombardments have leveled vast areas of the territory and displaced around 85% of Gaza's 2.3 million population. Palestinians gathered in the West Bank city of Ramallah on New Year's Eve to send a message of support to the people in the Gaza Strip. People packed the square Al-Manara, waving Palestinian, Hamas and Hezbollah flags. A Palestinian allegedly stabbed two people in the West Bank's industrial zone. Israeli police have neutralized a suspect, and emergency services treated the two people injured, one being a 24-year-old woman and second being a man in their 20s for injuries. The incident comes amidst increased violence in the West Bank during the Israel-Hamas conflict in Gaza. A young family was with a newborn babies were living in a Gaza school classroom turned shelter with 50 other people after being displaced from their home as the war between Hamas and Israel rages on. This highlights the situation of the shelter homes in Gaza. All the shelter homes are full, but the number of people seeking shelter is only increasing. Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen in her New Year's Day called on China to pursue peaceful coexistence ahead of the upcoming January election. Speaking at the presidential office in Taipei, Tsai emphasized Taiwan's international standing as a democratic partner and highlighted its steadfast response to Chinese aggression. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has reportedly ordered his military to thoroughly destroy the U.S. and South Korea in the face of a perceived provocation. This comes after Kim pledged to enhance national defenses in response to what he termed an unprecedented U.S.-led confrontation. In a 5-day major ruling party meeting last week, Kim said that he will launch 3 more military spy satellites, produce more nuclear materials, and develop attack drones this year. Chinese President Xi Jinping has said that China would surely be reunified with the self-ruled territory of Taiwan in his New Year's address. While no specific timetable was provided, Xi called for a shared sense of purpose among all Chinese on both sides of Taiwan Strait. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky vowed to use domestic weapons against Russia in 2024 in his New Year address. In a pre-recorded 20-minute-long video address from his desk in Kiev, Zelensky had said Ukrainians have become stronger in 2023. Russia launched a drone strike on Ukraine's port city of Odessa on New Year's Day, killing one person. Celebrations turned very serious as residents ringed in the new year heard what they believed to be drones targeting a residential building. Russia launched a drone strike on Ukraine's port city on New Year's Day, killing one person. People celebrating New Year's Eve heard what they thought was drones hitting a residential building in the city. Queen Margrethe II of Denmark has announced her abdication, handing over the crown to her eldest son, Crown Prince Frederik. The Queen has held the throne for 52 years and is considered one of the most known royal faces globally. Former world number one Naomi Osaka made a stunning comeback by defeating in fact, she defeated Germany in the Brisbane International. This is Osaka's return to the game after a one-year gap. Australian opener David Warner announced his retirement from one-day international cricket. The news comes 2 days before the start of his farewell test match against Pakistan. Arsenal fell to a second straight loss with a 2-1 defeat at Fulham on Sunday, missing out on a chance to end the year atop the Premier League table.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar. AMFI Mutual Funds. Sahi hai. Co-powered by Sera. This is your space. Play it your way. Philips Smart Wi-Fi LED lights. Smarter generation ki smart lights.
There's a reason why over 200 new age companies scout for talent from our campuses. It's because we've future-proofed our courses with a higher technological baseline, with a thrust on specialized industry skills and tech innovation skills. The Amrita School of Engineering. Tomorrow's engineering today.
भाई इतनी बड़ी हिट्स आप लोगों ने मुझे दी हैं। टाइल्स तो बड़े होने चाहिए। सुमानी मैक्स टाइल्स, टाइलों का सबसे बड़ा भाई। सुमानी मैक्स टाइल्स, जमीन से जुड़े।
हमारे देश को आजाद हुए 76 साल हो गए, लेकिन कई चीजों में हमको अभी आजादी नहीं मिली, जैसे कि सरकारी दफ्तरों में दुश्वारियां, परेशानियां, बदइंतजामियां। हमारे शहीदों को इस बात की कतई चिंता नहीं थी कि देश को आजादी मिलेगी या ना, लेकिन उनको एक बात की चिंता थी कि आजादी के बाद देश कौन से हाथों में जाएगा, देश के हालात क्या होंगे। हमने आजादी की जंग इसलिए लड़ी थी ताकि हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ियों की जिंदगी आसान हो सके, ना कि इसलिए कि वो जगह जगह पर सरकारी दफ्तरों में धक्के खाएं, परेशानियों का सामना करना पड़े। अगर जंग सबने इकट्ठे होकर लड़ी थी आजादी की, तो फिर सुख सहूलतें भी सबको इकट्ठी मिलनी चाहिए। हम तो शहीदों के पांव की मिट्टी के एक धूल के तिनके के बराबर भी नहीं है, लेकिन ये बसंती रंग की पग शहीदों के सपनों और इरादों की हमें याद दिलाती रहती है कि हमारे देश में आम लोगों के सिर्फ दिन रात नहीं, हालात बदलने चाहिए। चुनाव के समय हम लोगों के पास जा सकते हैं, तो चुनाव के बाद सरकार बनती है, तो सरकार बनने के बाद भी सरकारों को जनता के पास जाना चाहिए, ना कि जनता सरकारी दफ्तरों में खज्जल खुआर हो। यही आजादी के असली मायने हैं। शहीद आजम सरदार भगत सिंह जी के सपनों को साकार करने के लिए पंजाब सरकार ने फैसला किया है कि पंजाब के लोगों को अब सरकारी दफ्तरों के चक्कर नहीं लगाने पड़ेंगे, बल्कि सरकारी दफ्तर खुद चल के लोगों के घर पर आएंगे।
अब सरकारी दफ्तरों के चक्कर काटने की जरूरत नहीं, बस डायल करें 1076 और सरकारी सुविधाएं अपने घर पर ही पाएं। पंजाब की भगवंत मान सरकार आपके द्वार।
कैंट से पानी होता है 100% प्योर।
कैंट आरओ प्योरिटी दिखाता भी है।
कैंट देता है सबसे शुद्ध पानी।
मला
पंजाब आर्ट प्रेजेंट्स माइंड डायमंड फेस्टिवल।
दिल की वो बातें जो हम बोल नहीं पाते,
डायमंड बोलता है। दिल के सारे राज खोलता है जब ये डायमंड बोलता है।
दिल की ऐसी बातों को डायमंड से बुलवाओ, माला पाओ।
और अब पाइए डायमंड वैल्यू पे अप टू 25% ऑफ ड्यूरिंग माइंड डायमंड फेस्टिवल।
मोदी सरकार की गारंटी, हर घर पहुंचेगा नल से जल। अब तक 13.5 करोड़ से अधिक नल कनेक्शन। हमारा संकल्प विकसित भारत।
Welcome back, viewers. Predicting a landslide victory for the BJP UP Deputy CM Keshav Prasad Maurya predicted and said that it will not be a surprise if the party crosses 400 seats at the Lok Sabha polls. Here's more.
2024 में लोकसभा के जो आम चुनाव हैं वह संपन्न होंगे। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की लहर 2023 में भी थी, 24 को लेकर के भी है। जितना वोट हमें 2023 में मिल रहा था उससे बहुत ज्यादा वोट तीसरी बार मोदी सरकार बनाने के लिए देश की जनता देने जा रही है। और हमें यूपी के दृष्टिकोण से अगर हम कहें तो 80 की 80 लोकसभा सीटें जीतेंगे और देश में इस बार 400 पार हो जाए तो कोई बड़ा आश्चर्य नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि देश का जो विश्वास है वह मोदी जी के प्रति है। और मोदी जी जिस प्रकार से देशवासियों की सेवा में, गरीबों की सेवा में, किसानों की सेवा में, युवाओं के उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए, महिलाओं के सशक्तिकरण के लिए जैसा काम किया है उसका प्रभाव चारों तरफ दिखाई दे रहा है। इससे 2024 का वर्ष मुझे पूरा विश्वास है यह मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भाजपा के नाम होगा। धन्यवाद।
Powered by Amity University, ranked amongst the top 3 universities globally.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, released recently, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
आपने सोमानी का नया रोल देखा? वही स्टाइल और रेंज सोमानी बाथवेयर में भी। सोमानी बाथवेयर
दिल के सारे राज खोलता है जब ये डायमंड बोलता है।
दिल की ऐसी बातों को डायमंड से बुलवाओ, माला पाओ।
और अब पाइए डायमंड वैल्यू पे अप टू 25% ऑफ ड्यूरिंग माइंड डायमंड फेस्टिवल।
हमारे देश को आजाद हुए 76 साल हो गए, लेकिन कई चीजों में हमको अभी आजादी नहीं मिली। जैसे कि सरकारी दफ्तरों में दुश्वारियां, परेशानियां, बदइंतजामियां। हमारे शहीदों को इस बात की कतई चिंता नहीं थी कि देश को आजादी मिलेगी या ना, लेकिन उनको एक बात की चिंता थी कि आजादी के बाद देश कौन से हाथों में जाएगा, देश के हालात क्या होंगे। हमने आजादी की जंग इसलिए लड़ी थी ताकि हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ियों की जिंदगी आसान हो सके, ना कि इसलिए कि वो जगह जगह पर सरकारी दफ्तरों में धक्के खाएं, परेशानियों का सामना करना पड़े। अगर जंग सबने इकट्ठे होकर लड़ी थी आजादी की, तो फिर सुख सहूलतें भी सबको इकट्ठी मिलनी चाहिए। हम तो शहीदों के पांव की मिट्टी के एक धूल के तिनके के बराबर भी नहीं है, लेकिन ये बसंती रंग की पग शहीदों के सपनों और इरादों की हमें याद दिलाती रहती है कि हमारे देश में आम लोगों के सिर्फ दिन रात नहीं, हालात बदलने चाहिए। चुनाव के समय हम लोगों के पास जा सकते हैं, तो चुनाव के बाद सरकार बनती है, तो सरकार बनने के बाद भी सरकारों को जनता के पास जाना चाहिए, ना कि जनता सरकारी दफ्तरों में खज्जल खुआर हो। यही आजादी के असली मायने हैं। शहीद आजम सरदार भगत सिंह जी के सपनों को साकार करने के लिए पंजाब सरकार ने फैसला किया है कि पंजाब के लोगों को अब सरकारी दफ्तरों के चक्कर नहीं लगाने पड़ेंगे, बल्कि सरकारी दफ्तर खुद चल के लोगों के घर पर आएंगे।
अब सरकारी दफ्तरों के चक्कर काटने की जरूरत नहीं, बस डायल करें 1076 और सरकारी सुविधाएं अपने घर पर ही पाएं। पंजाब की भगवंत मान सरकार आपके द्वार।
Surprise. Keep it wild. The new Sonnet.
Kia, movement that inspires.
मोदी सरकार की गारंटी, हर गरीब का मुफ्त इलाज। 55 करोड़ लोगों को दी हर साल 5 लाख रुपए तक के मुफ्त इलाज की निश्चिंतता। हमारा संकल्प विकसित भारत।
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
The first day of the year, a diverse array of 56 ceremonial food offerings, commonly referred to as bhog, has been presented at the Ram temple. Devotees have gathered at the Ram Janmabhoomi temple on the first day of the new year, marking the significant beginning and a spiritual beginning.